This is your friendly reminder that the Tea Act lowered the tax on tea. Lowered it. It enforced it for the first time, but it lowered it. The same with the Sugar Act, which lowered the sugar tax from 6 pence a gallon down to 3 pence. They still didn't want to pay it because they had only been paying 1 pence to smuggle it in illegally. They're not mad about a new tax. They're mad that it's being enforced and that they're actually having to obey the law. They're also mad that that tax is originating in Parliament, which they don't have any say in. But they don't want say in Parliament because they would just be outvoted super easily. Instead, their argument is that only their colonial legislatures, where they have direct representation, the people they vote for sit there, can pass a tax that is revenue raising or internal, and that Parliament can only pass external trade regulating taxes. That's also why, when you get the US Constitution, after the Articles fail because the federal government had no power to tax, Madison is very insistent that the people, voters, directly elect people into this government, into the US House. Today, both the House and Senate, directly elected by the American people. Back then, only the House. But that's why. That is no taxation without representation. They want direct representation, people they vote for to be the ones to pass the taxes. And if you're wondering why they're upset about these things actually being enforced, it's because for decades of benign neglect, Britain wasn't enforcing the laws on the books or the taxes that these colonists were supposed to be paying. And then George Washington kind of seriously messed some stuff up and accidentally triggered the French and Indian War, which became the 7 Years' War, which the Brits and the British colonists won, but left them in a whole lot of debt. So now they need to pay off that debt, and the colonists were paying less in taxes than people in mainland Britain. That war was also fought for land in the West, taking it from France at the time. It's still occupied by Native Americans, though, and the British colonists are just wholly unable to live peacefully next to Native Americans, so the British tried to slow down Western immigration by creating the Proclamation Line of 1763, but Americans are so good at illegal immigration that they eventually have to get rid of that, too. They know this is going to cause some pretty costly wars with Native Americans, but there's just no way around it. Now let's deal with that whole pay 40% of your income thing. So obviously, no one pays 40% of their income in taxes today. Let's look at what this actually looks like. So under the Trump tax cuts, the absolute highest marginal tax rate is 37% for individual single taxpayers with incomes greater than $578,000 or married couples making more than $693,000, and that is still only on that top bit of their income. Because you don't pay that on all of your income. You would pay 0 on the first 11,000 and 12% on the bit from 11,000 to 44,000 and then 22% on the bit from 44,000 and so on. So no, you're not paying 40% of your income.